So let's get started on creating the content of this about us.html. So here we can start the content of about us.html using a comment, simply about us and end about us. And we can start this with a section to separate the sections as we have done in our index.html page. And we can give section ID as something like about. So simply, first of all, let's give an ID for this section. So an ID would be something like about, yeah. So inside this section, we have to definitely open a div, which is a container, right? So I will make the container fluid to make it zero margin, so it will fit left and right and it will not keep a space, so that we can use the total website page to display our about us to the user, right? So inside the container fluid, definitely we have to have a row if you are using a container. So I will have a row first, div class row. Okay. Now if you refresh, there is nothing. So I want to divide this row into two parts. In one part you are going to put something like image of the company, and the other part we will be putting something like some text about the history of this company. Okay. So let's get started. Divide this row into separate parts, two separate parts like you see here, and then put the image like that. So web designer means always you have to imagine about something, imagine about a way to do that, and simply you can do that using this code. So first of all, it is about imagination and how you can imagine about a way to do this, a way to solve this, a way to make a design for a page. Okay. So in this div, in this row, I have to divide this into two separate parts, which is div class. And you should remember now we are using Bootstrap 4.1, therefore we have to use col6, not XS6. Yes, col6 is the older version of Bootstrap 3.3.7. Now we are using 4, so it is just col6. Okay, and it is col SM, which is in the tablets it is again 6. Even in the medium it is 6, and even in the large screen it is 6, because I am going to divide this into two separate parts. Okay. Now we have divided this row into two separate parts. In this one I want to insert a picture, and in the second one we are going to give some description about the history of this company. You can have any design. If you want, you can have another row and then put up this image in another row completely, yeah? So let's go ahead with starting and embedding an image to our about us. So let's go back to unsplash.com, our favorite website on creating and gathering of photographs. So let's go to unsplash.com as we are always doing. Okay, so now we can just simply get some image, something like, I'll search for something like a building, because we are going to have the building of our company, yeah? Not a skyscraper like that, but let's see, let's go down. So there are many buildings in cool building here, these buildings, and yeah, we have many buildings over here. I think I prefer this building, a very different type of a building which is located in Madrid. I think I like it. Okay, so you can just download any image you like, any building you like, and just embed that. I prefer this one, and so I will choose this one. Yeah, it is in Spain, so I'll download this for free, and we have to definitely give credit to Joel. So first of all, let's give some credit to Joel, and then we are going to embed this image. Okay, so first of all, let's move this image to our folder which is in desktop. So copy this image, go to our desktop, web design, images, and put it here, and I'll just rename this as building.jpg. okay. Now we have this building.jpg over there. So now let's insert this in this my photo section in the about us, and then I will input an image, normal image. So it is image src is images / building.jpg, and inside the alt tag we have to say that definitely alt tag is needed, and we have to say the image is not available. Okay, so image tag alt tag is image not available, and our image is done. Let's go ahead and save this and refresh on our page to see how this image is loaded up into our web browser. Okay, so if we go to our About Us right here and refresh this, you can see it is a marvelous So oh my god, this image is really big. Now we have to fix this issue. This image has been just into original size, and even if we reduce the size, it is still big. Okay, so we have to reduce the width of this image. So right here in my image tag, I would say I would give an ID for my image tags to somewhere like office, yeah, office image, office img, simply the office image, officeofwebdesign.com, huh? So I'll go to install.css and I'll pick it up. So inside this one we can pick it up using the ID which is office image, yeah. And I would go ahead here and I would simply say the width is something like 100%, which matches the div size, yeah. And height should also be 100%. Let me say something like 60%, yeah. So the building is matching the width, the building is matching the col6 which is 100%, and the height is again 60%, yeah. I think it is pretty good. Okay, so now if we just make it to 100% zoom, it is pretty good, but we can have like 100% width, isn't it? Okay, so I think it is pretty great with height 80% and width 100%. So we have completed 50% of our Salvo CSS, 60%. So nextly we are going to insert some text to this one, this col6, other col6, yeah.